Hello and welcome to episode number 77 of Super Califanilistic. My name is Christian Rauchenwald, and today we're going to talk about Facebook advertising, more specifically the Facebook Relevance score. Before we get to that, as always, a quick welcome to everybody who tunes in for the first time to one of my episodes. Make sure to hit the subscribe or follow button or whatever follow or subscribe possibility there is on the platform you're enjoying this content. And also, if you take something positive away from the video or podcast, like if there's a way to give it a thumbs up or a like or something, I appreciate it because it helps my videos to rank better within the search. That said, let's talk about that stupid Facebook relevance score. It's something that's been driving me crazy. At some point in your entrepreneurial journey, you will sooner or later deal with Facebook advertising because it's simply like one of the biggest places to run ads and run them to a specific target audience. And Facebook has a measure or a value which is called the relevance score, which they use after your ad has been roughly shown to around 500 people to estimate how relevant your ad is. And it ranges from a value of 1 to a value of 10, then 10 being the best, meaning like your ad is highly relevant, and 1 meaning your ad is irrelevant to the audience. And it also affects how much you pay for your ad. It affects how often your ad is shown and stuff like that. So you obviously aim for a high number. And that's really something I honestly have been struggling with because it really I don't know, it to me doesn't come that easy. Maybe to you it comes easier, but just like so I've been Googling a lot, I've been doing some research, and I'm going to give you some advice. What I learned so far is always split test, meaning like run multiple variations of the same ad. So either you like have an ad and you change the image and you run like a split test to see which actually makes your audience stop scrolling and pay attention to your ad, or different video versions and so on. Or you have the same ad but you split test your audience. Maybe you have a core audience defined and you split that test, maybe the gender, maybe different age groups and so on. And you constantly do this with the goal to have a target audience that's still big enough. If it's a cold audience, maybe around like 200,000 people or more. And but like you do this till you actually get somewhere with or get a relevant score of 8, 9, or 10. And it's really annoying because doing the testing will mean like you spend $5 here, $10 there, $20 here, and on the way like it will just get frustrating at some point. I'm speaking from personal experience. It's so frustrating when you, even if you have narrowed down your target audience, so like you figured about like, okay, that's what I'm giving away on my squeeze page. Yeah, maybe it's a free ebook, free guide, free PDF. It's some free stuff, so you would think like everybody wants it, of course. And then you like start creating your ad. You start writing your ad copy. You start defining your target audience there. But if your image doesn't like get people to stop, if your video sucks and is boring, if somehow the copy doesn't like motivate them to click or doesn't talk to them in a way that entices them or creates curiosity, well, then people won't click. You will get a horrible relevance score, and then your ad will just be expensive and nothing else. Now, if you were to have super expensive products with super high margins, you still may not care because you just say, well, then I pay like more than $1 for one click or stuff like that. Yeah. But in the long run, you actually want to figure this out or have somebody run your ads for you that is able to figure this out. So I'm personally still like on the journey of like figuring out what works best for example, my business automation course. And in terms of like how to run the Facebook ads in a way that I get an acceptable relevance score. So meaning I also pay acceptable money to show those ads to people. It may in the beginning even be easier to use Google for your ads. There's also AdWords also has like a kind of like a relevance score, but in the end it's easier because the difference of the kind of like of the audience. Somebody on Facebook who's scrolling on Facebook is not looking for a solution, but you show him a solution and he may then decide to check it out. Somebody who's using Google is looking for a solution, so putting your link there actually gets you further. Plus, you don't have to worry about which image or video will like hook them. Yeah. So it comes with a few benefits. Actually, it's what I'm trying next, like for our follow-up automation course. While I will set up retargeting ads on Facebook for people who already visited the page, I'm probably gonna like set up Google Ads first, because there it's about finding the right keywords. Yeah, and there the trick is, for example, using long tail keywords. So like there may be instead of like whatever like Facebook marketing, you would use a keyword like Facebook marketing for beginners in Australia. There may be way less search volume, but it also means there may be, in most cases, there is less people advertising for the search term. Which means you get your clicks cheaper. Yes, you will get fewer clicks, but if you pick a few of those long tail keywords, overall you get the same amount of clicks and you pay less for them. So, but yeah, in terms of the relevance score, it's like constant split testing, and obviously, like if you have a small audience and the audience doesn't refresh itself. What I mean by that is, like, if your audience, for example, would be women that are engaged, that audience refreshes itself every time some of those women either dissolve their engagement or they get married and some new women get engaged. So there's constantly new people getting in the audience, constantly people getting removed from the audience. But if you have a fixed audience, like let's say small business owners, that doesn't change that much. Yeah, some drop out of business, some start their business, but mostly it stays the same audience. If you keep showing them the same ad for months in a row or weeks in a row, they get bored by it. They even click on like hide this ad and stuff like that, and which reduces your relevance score. So it's really, really important to work on your relevance score. It's really, really frustrating to do that as well. Maybe consider, the who, not the how. I have yet to find the people I can trust with my money to run the Facebook ads, but eventually I will also like resort to that measure because it will save my time, and somebody who has a little bit more experience in that area probably will not go as crazy as I go with this stupid relevance score. That's pretty much it for today. Yeah, like if you're not yet running Facebook ads or something, like just keep in mind, while it may seem very, very easy, and maybe it is, and I just cannot figure it out so far, it actually like really requires you, like so many other things, like you need to know your perfect avatar, you need to know your ideal prospect, your ideal customer, and then you need to think about what would he be interested on Facebook, how can I target specifically that person, and what kind of sales message would get that person or would create curiosity for them to click on the ad, what kind of image, what pain points do I want to talk about. And only once you have that, you can actually like, yeah, you have better cards of creating like ads with a high relevance score. So it's also something I will do with my ads. I will revisit our perfect avatar for our business automation course and make adjustments based on that if necessary, and then go back to the drawing board. Yeah, like you cannot you cannot force anything in the end. Like, quick like rule of thumb, if your ad has a relevance score of 1 to 3, just stop it, because it's like not relevant at all. So there may be like a lot to improve. If you're from 3 to 7 or 6, yeah, then it's like relevant, but you can still do better, which means like there you can start split testing different images or different target audiences or different tags. Yeah, like not all at once, but like one at a time, till you have it narrowed down to that target audience, that sales message that works for you. Yeah, and then you just stick with that and try the next ad and do the same thing again and again and again. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. So like maybe in the comments below, like I know I'm providing you with a lot of value in my videos, like a lot of things I've told you so far, at least based on feedback of many people, is things they haven't thought of, things they didn't consider, things they didn't know. Now it's time to give back, and by give back I mean in the comments below, like share some of the frustrating moments you had with advertising, no matter if it's Facebook, Google, or anywhere else. Things you couldn't figure out, and eventually, like maybe even like, who did you outsource it to? Did you give up? Did you change your plan? Did you stop advertising on Facebook and do something else? Like, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching this, and we talk together. We talk again tomorrow with episode number 78 of Super Califunnalistic. Till then, bye bye.